Hi there, Bones B here. Well, if you're on X and if you are on Discord and you're in these NFT communities like Bat Cowls, I'm sure you've heard about this top news that has happened about this OTC deal with the Bat Cowl community and Daz 3D, the company that helped bring the Bat Cowls to NFT form. They did a massive OTC deal, a private sale that involved a bunch of Bat Cowls given to each member and all the airdrops that came with these Bat Cowls. And this didn't happen on the marketplace. This happened off the market and a direct transfer into these members' wallets. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk if this was, above board, if this was an okay deal that was made, or if this should never have happened. Let's get into it. I just wanted to make a quick video about this since I am in the Bat Cowl community and I am, I've been involved with this project right from the very beginning. I'm an OG Bat Cowl holder. I minted right at the mint. So, when this came up, I'm looking at all this and I'm seeing what happened. If you can see right here, right? So there was a group of individuals that decided to confront Daz 3D and to see if they would, get rid of and liquidate their cowls. And for around 1575 USD, each member would get 12 Bat Cowls, 14 Batman number 428 Robin Lives, 19 Batman Legacy Cowl 1, 14 Legacy Cowl 2, 14 Legacy Cowl 3, 14 Brave and the Bold number 67, 15 Mysterious Pulse maps, so those maps that we got airdropped, the 20, sigils, and the 18 charms, the Harley charms. So that's a huge lot of stuff that each person would get. And, they agreed. And the only way that this could happen, right, off the app, off the marketplace, is if Candy was involved, and Candy allowed it, and they approved this mass transfer off the marketplace to these individuals. Now, you could say if this was legal, if this was right, if this was wrong, I'm sure that they took the appropriate steps to make sure that it was legal, but it just doesn't look right. It just looks bad. It looks bad for the community. As we know, when people see this, it's always like, oh, I was left out of it, or why wasn't I involved? This was happening in a Discord, in a private Discord a few months ago. I'm actually in that Discord. I had to go back to the messages because I didn't actually see the messages when this was going on a few months ago when they're getting this group together. And I wouldn't have got involved in this. Even if I knew about it at the time, or if I saw the messages, I wouldn't have got involved. It just looks bad. It's just like, if you can't do it for everybody, these types of deals and these types of transfers, then it shouldn't be done, especially when, not everyone has access to, direct transfers and trading off the market. Now, of course, anyone can go to anybody and make deals. You're going to say, oh, well, you never thought of it first. Sure. But the thing is, though, is that if this was true Web3 and these were in our wallets, this would not be an issue, because I could go to anybody and make any deal with anyone, and they could straight send me the stuff and it doesn't matter. But because this is a closed ecosystem and this is a marketplace that we, the rules are that we have to, trade on this market. We can't actually, there's no choice. We cannot, unless Candy approves the transfer. And they approved the transfer for these select few. Now, the question is, why was this approved, right? Why did Candy do this for this group of individuals? Because I can tell you right now, if I wanted to liquidate my whole collection of Bat Cowls and everything I have on the app, and I went to Candy and I said, hey, I want to, do a huge mass sale. Can you facilitate the transfer of all these collectibles? So it's easier for me to do it, not on the market. It's easier off the app. They definitely 100% would not allow that. And you can see, actually, there is actually a picture right here of a ticket that someone said, actually asking about this, if they could do this. And, from candy.com, one of the representatives said, thank you for creating this ticket. I'm here to help. I apologize, but we don't have a way to gift transfer assets from one account to another, right? They do have a way. I guess it's just for certain people that they do it for. So that's why it just looks bad. Why couldn't they waited for self-custody, right? This was a big thing. This was in the 2-year roadmap that self-custody was coming to Bat Cowls. Well, the 2-year roadmap is done and we're still waiting for self-custody. They said it's in the near future, but does this mean, right? Because they did this deal now, right? Candy allowed this transfer. Does that mean that self-custody is nowhere in the near future? Because if it was in the near future, why wouldn't they wait and say, how about you wait for self-custody and then you could do this transfer on your own terms? Now Candy got involved in this transfer that just yeah, I don't think that it should have been done at all. It's more so Candy's involvement that is the issue. Now, again, like I said, you could say, is it legal? Is it not legal? Who knows? But apparently, word on the street is that there was NDAs signed for this deal. Now, was the NDAs for not even disclosing or talking about this at all? Because now this has come out and members of the community are, somewhat talking about it, but we won't know, I guess exactly how things, happened with this deal because of the NDA, but what exactly are the stipulations of this NDA and what, there's the transparency, right? A lot of people say that this was like the most transparent deal. It's not, because there's an NDA signed and they can't even talk about it. So we won't even know the true story. But again, what is so secret about this deal? That's what I want to know. So, it's definitely for the community. There's people that say, why didn't I know about this? I guess you'd have to know, right? You'd have to have been in the know. You'd have had to know certain people, been in the Discord to actually, maybe got a chance to do this, because they got quite a bit of Bat Cowls, and the Bat Cowls alone are worth, that 1,500 price point on top of, all the other stuff. So yeah, it's definitely a tricky one. But like I said, is self-custody coming, right? Is this something? And they said self-custody for Bat Cowls, but will there be self-custody for, all the comics and the maps and the sigils, right? So these couldn't have been transferred anyways if it doesn't come out. We have to wait and see what exactly self-custody means for this project. But I just think Candy should not have done this. It just looks bad for the community. Personally, right? I had, a PFP as a Bat Cowl. I was talking about Bat Cowls in my videos. And then once Overdrive came, I just personally didn't like the way they're doing Overdrive. So I was kind of turned off by the project and what they were doing after the fact. And then with the Legacy Cowl and everything, I got a few cowls, but I was not, exactly pleased with how the project was going. So I know that already turned off a lot of community members. This definitely does not help, helping with this project. And, it's already a pretty small community. So I think this separates, right? This separates the community even further. And I just think it was a bad move on Candy to even allow this to happen. That's just my opinion, right? Take it or leave it. I'm just telling my thoughts. But yeah, unfortunately, this happened. So now we have to see if Candy puts out a statement about this, or if they just leave it alone and don't say anything. We'll have to wait and see. What are your thoughts and opinions about this OTC deal? Were you totally okay with it? You had no problems with how it went down, or were you against how Candy and the community and Daz 3D all got together and, and made this deal happen? Let me know in the comments. I would really like to know as well. It's tough when there is money involved. Tempers and emotions get the better of people. Just remember, always be respectful. As always, thanks for watching. Bones B.